Hi, welcome to Parrot and Wolf. Today we're going to look at words and phrases in English that we can use to talk about the environment at an intermediate and advanced level. The advanced listening exercise contains all the key information and arguments you need to discuss the environment at a professional and academic level. So good luck. Now let's look at the first text for intermediate speakers. Climate change is an important subject that many people have different opinions on. In the long term, climate change could get worse and become harmful to the lives of people in the future. However, is it only humans who are causing it, or is it a combination of natural and man-made causes? Generally, most people think that burning fossil fuels and using natural materials to make energy creates pollution and greenhouse gases that lead to global warming. Likewise, large farming developments destroy lots of living space for different animals, with some of these animals' numbers almost reduced to zero. And in addition, people create a lot of rubbish and waste by buying and selling consumable products for their homes, which is particularly bad in large cities. All of this means there's a huge amount of evidence to show that it's the fault of us humans, and there's no sign it will ever stop. However, there are some people in society with a financial or political reason who believe there isn't a problem and that any temperature change is a result of a natural process that the planet goes through from year to year. Whatever the main reason might be, it would be sensible to think both arguments have an influence on our environment, so they should be considered equally. As a safety measure suggested by the government, most people have recently started to lower the amount of energy they use by using and recycling biodegradable materials and plastic. This means they are reducing their carbon footprint and hopefully will become carbon neutral in the future. These plans and ideas are really good at a basic level, but they're only small when compared with the bigger problem. However, they can be improved to deal with a larger problem and therefore stop any irreversible damage to our planet that can't be repaired. In the future, human beings may then be seen as something that supports life on Earth instead of something that damages it and finally destroys it. Okay, so that's the intermediate text. Now let's look at the advanced text. Climate change caused by global warming is a hotly debated topic and decidedly divides opinion throughout society. It's futile to argue that long-term climate change won't be detrimental to the lives of future generations, but is the blame solely placed on the shoulders of man? Is it shared with Mother Nature, or is it a completely natural phenomenon? Being almost universally accepted now, indiscriminate exploitation of natural resources to generate the energy we need, such as the burning of fossil fuels, creates pollution byproducts and greenhouse gas emissions leading to global warming. This, combined with natural habitat loss through deforestation as a result of persistent industrial agriculture, endangered animals forcibly driven to the brink of extinction, a throwaway society mindlessly expressing itself with a relentless appetite to consume and an unstoppable urban sprawl, all provides compelling evidence that man is the sole culprit, who will only be satisfied when he bestrides the world like a colossus. Beneath him, the earth left a black, lifeless, toxic rock. However, there are some, usually those who have a vested interest or financial concern in proving otherwise, who believe there is no pending crisis or event horizon to be pulled back from, and that any temperature change is a natural result of geological feedback processes and control mechanisms that have conserved the planet's thermodynamic status quo for millions of years. Whatever the principal cause, it would be wise to assume that both arguments have an influence on a local and global environmental policy, so should be equally taken into account. However, despite this, were we to fail to act soon, we would needlessly be exposing ourselves to the avoidable risk of melting polar ice caps, rising sea levels, fluctuating and unpredictable extreme weather systems, and future natural disasters with an inevitable loss of life. We aren't devoid of all hope yet, and as a prudent and precautionary measure, most people nowadays have taken steps, motivated by government incentives, to reduce their carbon footprint and overall energy consumption by using biodegradable materials and plastics, recycling and utilising cleaner and renewable energy sources, with a hope to someday becoming carbon neutral. Measures such as these at a grassroots level are just a drop in the ocean, but can no doubt be globally scaled, thus hopefully preventing any irreversible damage to our planet, stopping short of a catastrophic point of no return. We as a species may then, if judged in the future, be deemed a valuable and sustaining addition to the gloriously rich pattern and variety of life on Earth, rather than a parasitic leech shepherding the host to a hapless, untimely death. These short excerpts are of course just the tip of the iceberg, as there are many different viewpoints to consider when discussing the environment. The language in this introduction should give you an excellent head start, especially when essay writing and speaking. To find out more about learning English for Cambridge and IELTS exams, business and work, or general conversation, visit ParrotandWolf.com.